Hello everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are tuned in to Esoteric Guidance, and my name is Nehru. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to go ahead and get going on our collective timeline reading, and this is one of the changes to the channel, along with the name change. The original name of the channel was The Encourager, and I changed it for a number of reasons. One, primarily, is because there are other The Encourager channels on, or platforms on YouTube, or yes, on YouTube. Okay, so the way that I am going to move forward in doing these readings is there will be 3 angel number readings, or 3 angel cards. And by the way, the angel cards are here. Okay, don't blame me for the whatever the cushion is. Okay, I'm currently in an RV, been here for the last 11 months, and waiting on justice. Okay, so I am in the desert, and it is set to be 110 degrees today. That number might be significant. That breaks down to an 11. That's the month that I was birthed, and the month that several people that I was connected to are birthed. They are Scorpios and Sagittarians. Okay, so the Egyptian Oracle card is here, and again, all of these cards, these decks I bought off of Amazon. Okay, and then finally the Harmony Tarot deck. Okay, and so the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to there's going to be an 11 to 13 card tarot spread. Okay, and then 1 Oracle, Egyptian Oracle card. Okay, and 3 again of the angels. Okay, and then I will be sharing with you through this journal, notebook, what have you. All right, downloads that I've received since the last time that I did a collective timeline read for us. Okay, so all right, we can see here that it says posted here. Okay, all right, and so this was at the point at which, whatever day that was, that I posted, probably July 1st. Okay, and so yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. First, let's go ahead and take a real quick look at what we have here that's laid out, and then we'll get into some synchronicities and notes and things like that. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 4 4 4. We have Perseverance, the number 26, 808. I went to the store this morning, and the total was 4626. Okay, so 4626. A motorcycle just started up. 46 or 26 might be significant for you. Okay, and then on the bottom I will place the cards that are the karmic energy, should any come out. Today there are some that came out. There are 3 of them, so I placed those cards at the bottom here. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and get going with some notes here. Okay, and so the salamander spirit I wrote down, and the salamander spirit is a spirit of transformation. That's what the salamander spirit stands for or represents. Okay, all right, also I received the name Gibson. Okay, and I had a dream involving a Kimberly. Her last name is Parker. Either one of those names might be significant for you. Parker could be a girl or a boy's name. It's a unisex name. Okay, so is Kim. Okay, I know males whose name is Kim, and I know females whose names are Kim. Okay, or I have known. Okay, a song by Notorious B.I.G. or Biggie Smalls called Thugs, or something associated that has the word thugs in the title, but it's the song that goes, hey Biggie, Biggie, they call him Roddy Biggie, they call him Biggie, Biggie, they call Let's ride, let's ride, let's ride, let's ride, let's ride, right? Okay? And let's see. Oh, the song All in the Game of Love. Okay, so that song is really about someone who is, first of all, playing a game, and it goes something like, show me, like, I don't know the words to the song, but anyway, all in the game of love. So to somebody, or the karmic energy, of course, the love is a game, or they try to play a game, but of course, as we know, we play chess, they play checkers, right? We know that, okay? All right? So, yeah, all right? So let's go ahead and continue. There's something about a fish market, okay? And then I had a dream, okay? And I'm going to read this dream to you. So this dream involved, I'm going to mention the first names of these individuals: Kobe, Kaylee, Elliot. Okay. So Kaylee and I says we needed to change. We needed to change clothes for an event. Okay, so we're getting ready for an event, and I apologize. I'm trying to read my handwriting here. On the way to the restaurant to change, Kobe is sitting down on a lounge, and now this dream is starting to come back to me, as if he's getting ready for a game. So he's kind of, they have the long chairs, kind of like the chase type of chairs in these locker rooms or in the fitness rooms or wherever, right? And the players can sit in here. It's long enough for you to rest your legs on, right? You don't have to sit with your legs. It's not a regular chair is what I'm saying, okay? Again, similar to a chase. That might be what they call those. I don't know. And he has his headphones on. As I walk past, I hold up my left. I guess my left fist. Okay. And then Elliot comes in. So Elliot, the Elliot that I know, I only know one Elliot. His last name is Toro, T-O-R-O. Okay. And he's a gentleman I met when I was 16. He's part of the 30-something people of us who got jobs when we were 16, 17 years old in Altamont Springs, Florida, at a movie theater that was then called General Cinema. Okay, and it was a General Cinema 8. And it was right off of Interstate 4 in Altamont Springs. In 1993, I got that job, my senior year of high school. I just recently cut off the last of the 17 of them from my energy, okay? Remove them from Facebook, block them on other platforms, etc., okay? If I'm aware of them being on those other platforms. And so my Facebook page went from 25 to 8. Okay, again, I mentioned the numbers because they're significant. Obviously, 25 breaks down to a 7, okay? So Elliot comes out of a room, dark room, with a smaller than usual door. Okay, so the door that he's coming out of is not a, how tall are doors normally? I don't know, 7 feet? I don't know, 8 feet? I don't know how tall doors normally are. But this door is much shorter. Elliot is a very short, or I shouldn't say very short. Elliot is a short person. Elliot's probably, I don't know, 5'5" or something. Okay, Elliot is also a nurse. A nurse might be significant in your journey. Okay, in fact, since he left the movie theater when we were teenagers and he graduated, he's been at the same hospital in Altamont Springs, Florida, for all of that time. Right down the street from where that movie theater was, literally 5 blocks probably from where that movie theater was, if not. Okay, if not less. All right. And so I change into shorts, and Scott, Rachel, oh, and so the second part of the dream, I change into shorts, and then there was a second part of the dream, so the dream jumps. And then Scott, his wife Rachel, again, these are people who are Carol's brothers and sisters for 32 years, okay? They have a son whose name is Ryan, okay? Ryan is their oldest child. Ryan is, his birthday is January 17th, okay? 117. That might be significant for you, okay? Ryan is 11, I believe, okay? So Ryan gets into a fight with one of the childhood neighbors, okay? And I actually texted Scott about this, okay? So also Scott's truck was seemingly stuck. So when I saw this truck, it's a Ford. He only drives Fords. Ford cars, Ford trucks. Yeah, he's a Ford Mustang. He's a F-Series guy, F-150, F-250. I think he has an F-250 currently. So this truck was stuck in the middle of their driveway, like you would pull up to block someone's driveway, often like police officers do, so that you can't leave. So it was blocking the entrance to the driveway, but it was covered. There was mud, dirt, water, weeds grown up around it or whatever. So I don't know what's significant about that, okay? I know that I got confirmation the other day when I disconnected from them, that I did the right thing. And the text message said this. It said, hey, I noticed your message on Facebook. I had posted a message on Facebook that it was time to do some more trimming of my friendship tree, was my exact words, okay? And so when I posted that, I left it up there for the day, okay? I didn't make any more comments about it or anything. I knew I was strongly guided to do so, and so I just really was waiting to see what else was coming from the energy, okay? And so when I did that, I went back in that evening, and then I started, again, like I said, I started removing people, okay? One of them, sent me a message and said this, okay? We had an issue when I first got to Arizona about a Scorpio that I was involved with that Scott's wife was still connected to on Facebook. I had already made mention of her. They had already known what I had gone through. In fact, his niece is one of the individuals, or the only individual to my knowledge, who's reached out to me and expressed that they had been dealing with a doppelganger who was posing as me, who had convinced them, her and her then husband, they've only been married they're already divorced. They got married in 2023. They're already divorced today, okay? In that time that they were together, she had 2 boys, okay? Her name is Alyssa. Most people call her Allie, okay? The tarot reader that I listen to, I only listen to one. The tarot reader that I listen to, they are constantly mentioning the name Allie, constantly. Allie, Samuel, that name's extremely significant, okay? So, she told me that she was duped out of $1,500, okay? She was a tax client. I was a tax client tax accountant for 13 years, okay? Until last year, or this year. I prepared taxes this year, but I shut everything down after, okay? So, email and everything, I shut it all down. In fact, I just recently again changed my phone number because of hackers, okay? And stalkers and all that sort of thing. Whoever's functioning in that way. And again, you're dealing with the same thing. This is why this is a current timeline reading for the collective, okay? And so, yeah. Okay, so I just wanted to mention those names. Oh, her sons' names are Jonah and Theo, or Theodore. Okay, all right. So where are we at here in the dream? So yes, so Scott's truck is stuck in the driveway. Lots of debris. Yeah, lots of debris. And looks like it's been there for a while. Scott points out the kid's house who Ryan got into the conflict with. Reese and other, that's their daughter. Kids are sitting in front of the garage. I go in through the garage. I don't see Rachel, that's his wife. Ryan and others are inside eating treats, ice cream or something. Okay? Oh, okay. So it's 11:01 a.m. when I finish writing this. So on this day, whenever I wrote this on 7/1 or 7/2, whenever I had this dream, okay, it was when I looked at the clock, it was 11:01. That breaks down to 111, of course. Okay. Then I got a download about the Appalachian Mountains. I also got a download prior about the Blue Ridge Mountains. Okay, those are all in the same region of the United States. Okay, they run from Georgia all the way up through Pennsylvania and all that, I believe, or through Virginia and North Carolina and all of that. Okay, all right. So I was also getting something about the spiritual benefits of water. Okay, there's something to us becoming as water. Can I end this? Okay, that's the question that I'm asking. Okay, so there are uprooted trees. We recently on 7/3 we had a hailstorm. Okay, and that hailstorm, any storm in life, comes to remove what is not firmly grounded or rooted. Okay, remember that. Okay, remember that. So don't pray that the hurricane goes somewhere else. Pray for your protection, okay? But that the hurricane or the storm comes to do whatever the storm is meant to do. Okay. On 7/3, I received the words modern day disciples. By the way, I know someone who has a company, I guess you will, called Modern Day Disciples. She also runs a nonprofit. Her first name is Maria. Her last name starts with a D. Okay? Again, Maria's and Mary's are very, very constant in my life. So, the woman who I believe birthed me, her middle name is Marie, Judy Marie. Okay? I worked for someone whose name is Deborah Marie. Okay? Or Deborah Mary. I can't remember. It's one or the other. Okay? Her last name starts with a V. She passed on 5/20, by the way. She was 66 years old. That's the same age as the sperm donor or polygamous father who took my first wife, who's now serving 40 to 60 years in prison, if he's not already physically no longer with us. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in 20 years, so I have no clue. Okay? I was part of the witness team that put him there in 2014. 2014 might be significant for you. Okay? That's 10 years ago. I was 1 year into my dialysis treatments. I was on dialysis for 4.5 years because of his witchcraft that attacked an autoimmune virus that came out of nowhere. There's no earthly cure for it. It's called IgG4 nephropathy. I just celebrated my 7th anniversary of that new blood filter that's located in the lower right portion of this physical body. I received it. That kidney was 19 years old at the time. Okay? That kidney today is 26. Again, there's another 26. So 26 perseverance, 26 the change that was on the receipt when I went to the store today. 26. That's an 8. We also have 808 out here. Okay, again, this is the way that I want to do these readings. I want them to be thorough. If you notice, I haven't mentioned divine masculines and divine feminines, and I'm not going down that road. Okay, I will never give you a timeline, because any collective reader that gives you a timeline is full of shit. Because as a collective reading, there is no way they can know what is going to happen with the entire collective within that amount of time. So they need to eliminate trying to give you a timeline. Those need to be reserved for personal readings, okay, or individual readings. All right. Let's see. Game over. Oh, I was getting $965,000, $965,000 likes, 965,000 subscribers, 965,000 merits, 965,000 blessings, 965,000, who knows, okay? The game is over for the karmics. It is over, okay? 7/4/24 hummingbirds. So I went to the park today, again, as I typically do in the morning, spend my time with Gaia before it gets too hot in Arizona. And I saw on, let me count, let me remember, 3 or 4 different occasions, a hummingbird as I walked around this block. It's essentially a block. The park covers the entire block, or is a block, I guess. And in that time, I saw 3 to 4 hummingbirds, okay? Hummingbirds, very significant, okay? Also, there's something about being deep in his domain, okay? I understand that to be deep in his domain as in deep into the esoteric, deep into who we are, deep into who we really truly come here to be and come here to do, which is raise the vibration of the earth. And for me, it's help us all become our highest, purest, truest version of ourselves, okay? And then there's a song, Hold On, Change Is Coming. So you know the song? You can make it, don't worry about a thing, hold on, you can make it, okay? Don't worry about a thing. I don't know who sings that song. When the troubles of life weigh you down, just lift your head up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Names: Sandra, Gerald, Gerard, Samantha. Okay, Sam, Samantha, see? Okay, Samuel. On 7/5/24, another dream. Enemy walking back into our lives or attempting to. Failed attempt. So don't worry, collective. Failed attempt. Okay? So the song Lady in Red by Chris, someone's name is Chris DeBurr. Okay? Lady in Red is dancing with me, cheek to cheek. There's nobody here. It's just you and me. It's where I wanna be, but I hardly know this beauty by my side. I'll never forget the way you look tonight. Okay, Lady in Red. Okay. Confirmation. I am Ptah. I am Lyri. Lyri. Okay. That is actually the temple of Ptah, where Ptah dwells. Okay. And again, I share these things with you. Hopefully they encourage you to look into your own esoteric past lifetimes. You can only do that by opening up your chakras, mainly your crown and your third eye, so that you can access your Akashic records. But your other chakra energies, they have to be clear and they have to be aligned as well and activated. Okay? All right, so that's how you get that information. That's how you get esoteric downloads. Okay? Spiritual high priest. See, Leary, I wrote that down there. Right, all that's for me. That's So the only way to do it is to be as they are first. Okay? So this is what Yeshua did. The only way to do it is to be as they are, so you can come as they, so they can have no excuses. Well, you had this, you had that, you had this. Okay? I have never been privileged in this lifetime in the physical. From birth, it was poverty. Thus far, it's not, because that 49-year cycle has been closed out. That's a 13, by the way. Okay? That's a 13, by the way. That number is extremely significant. Extremely significant. It's scorpionic energy. That represents, in numerology, that represents the Scorpio 13. It's not bad luck. It's death and rebirth. That's what 13 is. The woman who I was involved with, who was supposed to be on this journey, she is birthed on 11/13. Okay? All right? The other Scorpios that are involved with her, her mother's a Scorpio, her best friend's a Scorpio, her ex-husband or current husband, whoever he is a Scorpio. Her former daughter-in-law is a Scorpio. Okay? And who knows who else in her family. So we have to be as they are so that they can have no excuses or say, you were privileged. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. For the first 11 years, I lived in the projects. Okay, you probably, same way, again, black sheep of the family, right? So something about beetles and Hepri, which is an Egyptian deity, okay, that represents change. Okay? All right. So Leary, by the way, is the director of prophets, along with several other things, including Lord of Ra and some others. Okay? Okay. So something is about to be certified. By the way, these readings are probably going to run close to an hour. Again, because my responsibility is to get everything out that Highest Divine White Light wants me to release. So that's, yeah, however long that takes. You need to pause or stop and come back, feel free to do so, obviously. Did I thank our subscribers today? I don't think I did. Thank you, subscribers, for tuning in. I don't always get notification of your names or the names on your platforms that you use, but yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the channel and what's being done here through my journey, and hopefully through yours as well. Okay, so something's about to be certified. Okay, I completed the Sui Reiki Master certification earlier this year. Perhaps you are pursuing a certification, or you need to go back to school to get a certification. Okay. Dream, Berlin. Okay, so Berlin is significant for me. That's the sperm donor's father, and he had a brother who was supposedly unalived by a stranger, but there is no record in the police department in Joliet, Illinois of that. Okay? Okay, so someone's watching Kevin attack me. Okay, so this is with knives. Okay, this is a dream I had. So he was stabbing me mainly in my legs, and so this goes along with what actually happened in the natural. Okay, so I'm going to share this story with you. So back when I was in the military around 2000. 2001, 2000, something. Maybe 2001, 2000, maybe. My crown chakra just went, so 2000. And I told Kevin when I went to Germany, when he convinced his other women, because again, he was a polygamist for 33 years or so, he, by the way, 16 siblings, 17 of us, I'm the eldest. He convinced all of them by using witchcraft that, and on my wife at that time, and our child, who was an infant or toddler, that she was to be with him. So she left me in 1998 to be with him while I was in Germany waiting on housing for us. Okay? And I told her on the phone one day, calling from Bad Kreuznach, Germany, that if he puts a hand on you or our daughter's name is Kimberly. Again, there's another Kimberly. And her middle name is Annette, by the way. Okay? If he touched them, I would blow up that house with him and those women in it. She turned around and went and told him that. Okay? So what we held in what we told who are now our karmics collective, what we told them in confidence, they turned around and flipped it on us. Okay? So we shared things with them that they turned around and used against us. Okay? Many of these individuals were supposed to be with us on this journey. They were supposed to ascend with us and right, go on to fulfill their purposes this lifetime with us. They failed to do that. Okay? So they've leaked out or shared information, confidential information, personal information, whether that's words, whether that's pictures, whether that's stories or situations. They have chosen to use this information to come against the collective, against the chosen ones. Okay? Against the high vibrational energy. All right? What they did not realize is that they were just coming against highest divine white light. That's all they were doing. Anyone who comes against you as an earth angel, light worker, a star seed, okay, healer, empath, they come against you and you're high vibrational, you're unconditionally loving, they are coming against highest divine white light. El Shaddai. They are coming against that being. Okay? So, again, I moved 2,050 miles away from that situation. Again, that's a 7. I, personally, am a life path 7. You might be a life path 7 as well. So he's stabbing me in my legs. Oh, and so when I told him this, she told him, and then I came home on leave. I came in from playing basketball with my brother, who's 13 months younger than me. He passed at the age of 45. Suddenly, he was incarcerated at the time. He passed, and supposedly they said it was suicide. That's a lie. Highest divine white light has already confirmed that. So there's a lie about a death, or a hidden something about a death collective, okay? All right? And yeah, and so when all of this is done, if that is not part of what comes out when the U.S. Marshals or whoever it is knocks on my door, okay, then I am definitely going to be taking steps to look into this with the resources that I receive, the financial resources that I receive. I am going to be taking steps to look into this, okay? His own mother did not take steps to look into this. This is how karmic parents can be. Okay? She's also allowed him to go get dehydrated as an infant, so he was in a coma for 3 days. She also allowed him, he was unattended and bit into a cord that was plugged into a wall as a toddler and got shocked. So neurologically, that damaged him, and then from that point on, he had difficulty retaining information throughout school and all that sort of thing. He was always in special education classes. In fact, I had to kick a lot of kids' asses because they would tease him. Okay? And so long as we went to the school together, I was sticking up for him. Okay? In the projects, when we moved with the sperm donor, when I was 11 and he was 10, whenever. Okay, I've always taken up for him. All right. Um, okay, and then a female is chasing me, but she is in a truck. Okay, and it's interesting because this particular female has, I would describe her as, you know, those dolls. I don't know the dolls. They have the big, large eyes, but they have their head is not round. It's kind of like almost kind of oval kind of shape. I don't know what those are, but their eyes are a little wider separated. Like, I'm going to use Brandy, the artist Brandy, right? She had the old school show Moesha, right? Brandy, that artist. Brandy might be important to you, okay? Back when I used to drink heavily, when I got my DUI during my sabbatical in 2000, between 2004 and 2006, I went on a spiritual sabbatical where I was disappointed in what things were going on. You've probably been down this road too. Okay, I went on a sabbatical. I was disappointed in what Highest Divine White Light was doing. I had gotten out of the military. That transition was difficult because I am a soldier, spiritual warrior, and assassin. So I love military structure, discipline. I love towing the line. I love showing up every day. I always wanted to volunteer to go to war, and I did. I never wanted to just sit back in garrison and just have a 9-to-5 job in the military. I wanted to go out and be battle tested. And that's my mentality today. Okay? So Brandy might be significant for you. That was my drink of choice back, 20 years ago. Okay? When I got that DUI, that was my drink of choice. Me and Brandy had a lot of nights and days together. Okay? I was also working at a dealership back then. Someone may work at a dealership. I was working at a dealership back then, So let's go ahead and continue with the notes and downloads thing. But she was chasing me in a truck, and her face, when I looked at her face, her eyes were a wider separated. I don't know what to call that, but they were wider separated like that. Okay? Interestingly, I know a personal female who I've known for 30-something years, whose eyes are like that. They're wider separated than most. I know some. I cut. She was one of the 17 I cut off. Okay. Her husband's name is Ken, and her name is Amy. All right. Interestingly, if you want to know the truth, you just wait and see. She has not reached out to me. She called me her brother. She has not reached out to me. Alyssa has not reached out to me. She's the one who supposedly had $1,500 taken from her. They are the only 4 individuals who have this phone number. They have not reached out to me. Yeah. So she is trying to run me over, chase me down. She's throwing swords at me. Okay? I end up running through the streets to get rid of her. Back to back or simultaneously had these dreams. Okay? And there's something about a cockpit. That cockpit would be, I don't know. The cockpit could represent anything. It could be cock-pit. Okay, so there could be STDs, sexually transmitted diseases. It could be confirmation burp. Excuse me. So yes, so that's what that is. Cockpit. Okay, sexually transmitted diseases, spiritually transmitted diseases, or spiritually transmitted demons. STDs. Deborah. Mary. Okay, so this is the woman who passed, who I worked for, who was an evil, vindictive woman. Okay? She was born on 2/8/58. Again, I worked for her. I was her accounting manager. This was my first job after, was it my only job? And then I went into self-employment. Let me think. Oh, no, I had others. after, because of the whole Scorpio situation and all of that. But she hired me to be her accounting manager in 2018. 2018 might be significant for you. Okay? And she also had owned a lot of property, and so something realtor, real estate, all of that could be important. Okay? And she passed on 5/20/24. Okay? On 7/6/26, again, Lady in Red, that song again. Okay? All right, so someone's questioning our integrity, or was. Okay? So questioning our integrity is above their pay grade, is what I wrote. And above their pay grade is a term that the military always uses a lot. Okay? No, you do what your rank can handle, is what the military says, or at least what we said in the Army. Do what your rank can handle. You think your rank can handle that? Do it. Okay? Okay, on 7/7, we know the 7/7 portal was significant. The next portal is the Lion's Gate, 8/8. We have 808 as one of our angel numbers out today. Okay? So activation, ascension, star Sirius, and Earth for also for high vibrational chakra activation. So Sirius is Isis, by the way. That's the spiritual sun. There's a natural sun, that's Ra. There's a spiritual sun, that's Sirius. Okay? Or Isis. Okay? Okay. So, I think that's it for... Yeah, I think that's it for the synchronicities. Again, I'll work on perhaps condensing those or what have you in the future, right? For right now, that's how they are. So let's go ahead and take a look at the energy. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, so our angel number 1, 2, 3, 4. Good luck, spiritual guides, progress, justice, structures, systems, processes, okay, conditioning, and rules. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next angel number is 444 for protection, change, rebellion, guidance, justice, again, justice, truth, which is also justice, okay, character, and love. Third angel number, 0808, okay, breaks down to an 88. Swift action, so wealth, empathy, promises, commitment, affection, okay, inner strength, and auspicious outcomes, 808, okay? So there is a shift happening. And then we take a look at our, again, 26, perseverance, and this is the Egyptian deity Neith, okay? Perseverance is also strength. We don't have the strength card out, but I pulled cards yesterday and the strength card did come out. Okay? So we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands represents a sure and confident willingness or willing energy. Willingness to not back down, willingness to be consistent, and willingness to do what needs to be done in order to see the outcome that we desire. Okay? And that's, again, that's justice. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, this Knight of Wands here, to me, it represents protection. Protection from everything that the enemy is doing, and we stand alone in this power, collective, okay? Because we have pulled up our bootstraps or laced up our bootstraps. Again, we have gotten ourselves out of the ditch, gutter, what have you. Okay? For many of us, we walk alone. No one has helped me on this journey. I was listening to a reading that popped up on my timeline, and they were talking about a celebrity. I'm not going to mention their name because I don't want to give any, I really don't want to give any more attention to it than the bare minimum. But they were talking about a celebrity. There are some people here, because of the color of their skin, they support certain people, even though the individual they have no personal relationship with, and they don't know where the individual is. It's truly spiritually. Okay? So people support Oprah, but have no idea about who the real demon inside that being, that woman is. People support Kenneth Copeland, not realizing the devil inside the being. Okay, that Jezebel Apophis spirit. Okay? Creflo Dollar, I can go on and on. There are many of them. Okay? Six of Cups. Okay? So Six of Cups represents stability. Okay? Coming out of the Five of Cups. So the Five of anything represents stagnation. Five of Cups, Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles. To me, that all represents stagnation. Okay? Coming out of that, the Six of Cups. So again, I'm drawn to that light back there. You see that? Okay. So perhaps there's something about a mother and a daughter. It could be a man and a son, or a man and his daughter. It could be anything, okay? Right? Then we have the Five of Cups. So see here, okay? So we have the Six of Cups and the Five of Cups. Coming out of one and going into the other. And I've shuffled these cards around because I was trying to get situated on this mat in this 1982 RV. I don't know what year it is, but it's rather old if you can't tell from the cushions, right? Definitely looks 70s, early 80s. So yes, okay. Then we have the Two of Swords. Okay? And so the Two of Swords, as you can see here, again, look at the confidence on her face. She is unapologetic. She's not fearful. And again, it's interesting that she stands alone. It's also interesting that the swords are displayed. Okay, so we are ready. Just like this Knight of Wands is ready, this Two of Swords is ready. Okay? If you are a Sagittarian, that Two of Swords are the arrows within your quiver. Okay? Those swords could represent anything, collective. Those swords could represent your throat chakra. Those swords could represent your action. Those swords could represent your courage, your ambition, your drive, your stick-to-itiveness. Okay? Those swords could represent many different things. Okay? They could represent your ancestors. They could represent judgment. Then we have the Empress. In all her glory, all her beauty. So the Empress, okay, the Empress just sits calm, collected, waits, and watches. There is no stress. There is no pain. There is no worry on the Empress face. It doesn't matter if you are a male or a female. Okay? You can be in your Empress energy. I am a male, but I am a divine feminine energy. Okay, is where I dwell. Okay? Then we have the tower, again, we know. Okay, justice. Again, we heard justice twice in our angel numbers. In the 1, 2, 3, 4 and the 4, 4, 4. Okay? The tower. This represents change. It represents justice. It represents the end of a cycle. Again, 13 represents the end of a cycle. Then we have the world card. Okay? So the world card represents a new plan, a new cycle. Again, I mentioned earlier, those who have been with us, who were with us, who are now karmic, because I call it fell off the wagon. Okay? They are now beginning to see, if you are on this timeline, that's the only people this reading is for. You're on this timeline, they are now seeing the truth of who we really truly are. They didn't believe it, even when they were told it. Many of them got readings on us, paid to have readings done on us, or paid dirty tarot readers or what have you, okay? They are now seeing that we have closed out a cycle and we are entering into a new cycle. This new cycle involves new friends, new soul tribe members, new intimate relationship, new connection to with our ancestors. This represents access to new esoteric things, not just earthly things, okay? Not just earthly wealth or abundance, okay? This speaks more to the spiritual side of things, okay? Our connection with the world, with Gaia and Anthea, okay? And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So here's the abundance. Again, this is exactly how these cards came out, okay? Right? These cards specifically came out this way. These two. These were the last two cards for the collective energy, okay, before the karmic energy cards came out. All right? So abundance, again, spiritual or natural, in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Many of us are going through the Job experience, including myself. I've given everything that I've owned away. Car, motorcycle, bed, couch, dog, everything. Everything. Okay? That still bothers me about my Cane Corso. I'm not even going to go there because I'm not even going to go there. So, and they were laughing about that. I bet the dumbasses aren't laughing anymore. Fucker. All right? So, the Eight of Swords. Okay? So, the Eight of Swords represents someone who is contemplating something. They know the truth, but they're afraid to come forward. And that's the same thing with the Knight of Wands or Swords in reverse. Okay? They are lazy. Whoever this individual is in the cycle that you closed out, collective, whoever this individual is, they are lazy, they know the truth, but their mind will not allow them to move forward. So they're stuck in their emotions for whatever reason, and they're not moving forward. They are stagnant. They are stuck. Okay? This also represents, along with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, also represents outside influences. Okay? So this individual might know what to do, but there is someone on the outside who's influencing them to not do what they know they need to do. Okay? So this is the enemy, the karmic energy. I said enemy. The karmic energy currently. Okay? Perhaps they'll get the confidence to come forward at some point in time. I encourage you, as I'm going to do, not sit around and wait for it. Because truthfully, all they're coming to do is try to get you back into the old you. Confirmation with the motorcycle startup. All they're trying to do is come back in and get you back into your low vibration, into your south node, right? That's all they're trying to do. Come back in and have sex with you. Come back in and whatever. That's what they're trying to do. Okay? Again, for those of you who do not know, who you are listening to me for the first time, I am a celibate man today. This is my third stint of celibacy. Okay, third stint. The first two lasted 3 years each. All right. So again, thank you so much as always for tuning in. This has been our current collective timeline reading. For those of us who are on this timeline, whether you are a karmic on this timeline and you're down here, right, contemplating coming clean from all the bullshit that you've been sending, those individuals who loved you unconditionally, confirmation, Bert, or you are here and you are a high vibrational being and you are on your job. Okay, let me move this card back over here. And you are on your job. Okay, we are getting ready to see some miraculous things happen amongst us. If I happen to be one of the ones who has a national story, you will know about it, because I will be confident. I will stand up there and I will say, I am an extraterrestrial, esoteric being, Gaia beacon, descendant of Yeshua. I have come here, birthed on the 333rd day, Master Builder 33. I have come here as a healer to heal, to expose, and karma. Those are the three reasons why I show up in someone's life. I will be in all my confidence and all my whatever glory on this news whatever, and they can choose to cut out whatever they want to cut out, obviously, when they edit it, okay? But there will be no shame here. No shame, okay? No shame. No shame, perseverance, spirit of Neith, no shame. No shame, because there's protection. No shame. And because we have promise, we have order. We are in order. Okay, we have structure, discipline, stick-to-itiveness. Our eyes are set forward, our crown and third eye are open, and we know who we are, collective. Do not be deceived by the karmics coming back in to try to woo you with gifts, with false promises. Do not fall into the trap, because that's exactly what it is. I hope they hear this reading and know they have no fucking chance. I hope they hear this reading and know they have no chance. None. Okay? So thank you so much as always for tuning in. My name is Nehru. You've been tuned into Esoteric Guidance. If you want to get in touch with me, all of my information will be in the information section of this video. Okay? And yeah, so I will see you next time. It'll probably be, another couple of weeks or what have you until we do another collective timeline read. There may be, I also have started doing collective quickies, okay? And so that's about a 5-minute read, okay? And so maybe there'll be one of those, but I won't be sharing synchronicities during that. It'll just be simply the card readings, all right? So again, thank you so much as always for tuning in, and as always, be encouraged.